Hey y'all, happy Monday. So glad you're here 1 week until classes start. It's been a really busy week. It's been a busy weekend. I was in Atlanta visiting my boyfriend. It was really nice, really peaceful and relaxing. I hope you all had a great weekend as well. So as I said, 1 week countdown. I think a lot of teachers are all together getting ready and getting their classrooms ready and just trying to plan. I think a little different situation with a brand new school. So we're trying to figure everything out together, and it's also 4 of us all working together in one big classroom. So we have like partitions, the class dividers up in the walls, so they're not supposed to be shut, even though we have 4th and 5th in the same class. So we're still trying to figure out all the kinks and things of how that's gonna work, but we're optimistic. We are just trying to figure out day by day kind of what the schedule is and what we want that to look like, as well as like procedures and just the classroom decor. So of course the priority. And so we kind of began to set that up and like putting desks in a row, and they kind of came in and we're like, no, we're not. We're stepping away from the traditional. We're really trying to have it flow from class to class and it just being one big class. And we were kind of like feeling like, oh, just in case we want to shut the door if they're being too rowdy over there or whatever. And we realized that that is really just shifting back to the traditional sense, and we're trying to be really more open, more flowy. And so we took a 180 and tried to make our classroom mirror so we can separate 4th and 5th if we need to, because there will be different standards obviously, but for the most part we're trying to have that open concept. So hopefully they approve it this time. And we also have like some decorations, which we're trying to stay away from because we've got like these beautiful windows. They're so big, and it's a really like peaceful classroom. It's really nice, and I'll have some pictures to come. But so we're setting that up and we're starting to decorate and put those little things up. But really we're just trying to like figure out procedures first. That was really the first priority, which was perfect because that was what my grad school week was about this week, and having like really clear procedures that are really actionable and that the students will be able to understand. And I also read Teaching Like a Champion is a guide that I really recommend that has just a lot of good like actual applicable tips. And they said when you're giving a procedure or a direction, you need to be standing still and like giving it your full attention so students realize that this is like something you're serious about. So I think our first day, that is like a big priority, is just figuring out our procedures and figuring out what we're gonna do. So the model that my grad school gave us was SOCS, and it's SOCS, and it stands for specific, observable, concrete, and sequential. So they need to be specific goal or like specific action that they are taking. Say it's entering the classroom. So you need to say that they need to be quiet, and they need to have their eyes on the board, and they need to sit down, have their feet flat on the floor, and have their pencil ready or something like that. And it has to be sequential in order and observable. You have to be able to watch them doing it, and it needs to be like firm and concrete. So that was kind of the model that we learned. And so we were trying to put all those procedures in place. Realized it was a little difficult to do with so many different experiences. I was kind of go with the flow, as I haven't taught before. I was just like, oh, like we'll try that out. And I think that's a lot of it is gonna be just like being flexible, because it might not work for 92 kids where it has worked in 25 in the past. So I think we're all just kind of realizing that we all have like these different ideas, and we just need to see what works and see what sticks and things. So we're just trying to all keep an open mind, but it's just a different model. It's cool to see how we're all working. Tomorrow we're taking all these different personality tests to see kind of how we need to be approaching talking with each other, different communication styles, different confrontation styles, which is just bound to happen with 4 people working together. So I think it's just like remaining professional and remaining like just like happy, and like, you know, you work with people every day, so you just want to have like the best relationship possible, which it is busy and like it's hard to like get it all together. But this week's kind of our lesson planning the rest of the week. So we're getting all of our curriculum materials in, and I'm so excited. I officially am the 5th grade social studies and the, I think, 4th grade science. It's still up in the air, but those are the topics that I will be teaching. So I'm really excited. That's really what I was hoping for. I'll be in the classroom during all the subjects, and I will be monitoring and being a co-teacher. So more of assistant. They're gonna have like 7 to 10 minute instruction, and I'll just be walking around during that time and helping out and supplementing any little instruction that I can. So I'm really excited. I think it'll be a really good learning year, because I need to brush up on my 5th grade math and just especially like English, all those different grammar rules and things. And I'm like, oh, if I haven't done that in a while, especially with all the things online, it's just, oh, I have my Grammarly. So I'm glad that I'll be able to learn with the students this year and then hopefully be better equipped to teach it in the following years. But our lesson planning, I know it's going to take me a long time because I haven't done it before. Thankfully, we have an amazing instructional coach that's going to kind of help us go through the lesson plan each week and make sure that we're hitting all the high points that they want us to hit, as well as incorporating our social emotional learning, our SEL curriculum, which is all about like the whole child, how we want to like not just be academic, but we want to have like, you know, teaching them to be considerate, responsible, loving human beings. And I think that is amazing. I'm so glad my school prioritizes it. So I'm really excited to see how we kind of like put that into every day. I feel like that kind of naturally happens, but they're really intentional about how it's going to happen. And I'm really thankful for that because I think that maybe it would get by the wayside if you didn't have that time to like focus and actually put some time and effort into it. So that is going to be great. But yeah, it's going to be lots of meetings this week, doing the personality tests and just all these different learning opportunities. And I don't have grad school. Our only assignment is to actually video ourselves in the classroom and doing the procedure list. So hopefully I'll have some good tips once I actually do it, and hopefully it will work out really well and the students will listen and it will just go beautifully. Just high expectations, high hopes for this first couple weeks, and hopefully once they just get it, you know, repetition that first week of just always doing the procedures, always getting up when they're supposed to, and knowing what to do and the expectations will make it a whole smooth school year. I'm really optimistic, but I'm glad that I was able to like debrief, and if you all have any suggestions for how to properly give procedures or lesson plan tips, I am open to hearing anything. It's been a big learning curve and I've been really excited, and I think it's gonna be a great school year. So thanks so much for watching and have a great week.